If there is any advice I could give to a woman right now that's in their 20s or about to step in their 20s, do not have kids. Do not have kids to keep a man. Do not have kids because your grandma and your mom promised that they was going to help you with the child. Do not have kids because you saw a cute little picture on Instagram and you think it's going to be so adorable to dress up your kid like that. Do not have kids because you want to be a young mom when your kids turn 18 or 17 or whatever the case may be. Kids are a long life commitment. In your 20s, you don't even know what the fuck life is. You still trying to figure out yourself, your finances. I mean, your 20s is probably the brokest you ever will be. You are not capable right now of taking care of a child mentally and financially. Please, that is the best advice I can give to anybody in their 20s right now or about to step in their 20s. Be assertive, have boundaries, and do not have kids with just anybody. And wrap it up.
Where are you on kids now?
I don't want them.
Don't?
No, and I'm still there. I'm 47. I don't have them.
You don't want a little Johnny?
So
Or Joanna?
that's great, and that's usually what everyone says.
You don't want kids, but you had your eggs frozen, correct?
Yeah, because everyone's
You might, maybe down the right. You meet the right guy. Meet the right guy.
No, I don't. I don't want kids.
Right? Hold on. You got to be willing to compromise.
Not with a uterus.
Okay, you can have a what they call surrogate.
I don't want to have kids, babe.
If I was a woman, I wouldn't want to have a child either. Why would I want to have a child? I don't need to have a child. I don't need to have a man. I don't need to pretend that I'm in love. I don't need to pretend that I want to be a mother. I don't need to stay at home and play giggle giggle with a little child who's just another slave in the system. I don't have to do any of this shit. Why should I do that? Why should I waste my resources doing this when there's other games that are much more fun that are available for me to play? Why? And don't tell me I will find fulfillment, because my mother didn't find fulfillment. My grandmother didn't find fulfillment. And that's why I'm the byproduct of their lack of fulfillment. So I'm talking as a woman, right? I'm the byproduct of my mom, my grandmother, and all these lineages of women that came before me. And I'm the byproduct of their discontent. And then you tell me I should do the same thing as they did. Well, quite clearly it didn't work out. So why should I do this? What's the point? How's that going to fulfill me? And the only reason I did that before, or a couple of generations ago, is because the zoo required me, through its ordained religious priests and its science of the time, which was religion, that imposes us to do that and gave us, this is what you are as a woman, you're supposed to give birth. And you as a man are supposed to go work in the field like a donkey. This was ordered by the zookeepers in order for us to create more slaves so that we can build the zoo and make the zoo structure increase and grow and grow and grow. So I didn't really want to have a child. I was obliged to have a child. It was what I did because there's nothing else to do. And that was what was told to me to do, even though it may match my biology. I didn't necessarily want to have a child. What for? What's in it for me?
Get ready with me while I tell you all the reasons why I don't want to have kids. First of all, we already know how traumatizing giving birth seems, which is a whole list in itself. You're telling me I can barely handle my period cramps, but you expect me to push out a whole little human? Then, right after I birth this little human and it's crying nonstop, you're gonna hit me with the postpartum depression. That ain't it for me. I love my snatched and toned body way too much. I will struggle having to watch it leave. It will be shattered and heartbroken. And don't even get me started on the body dysmorphia that's gonna kick in. No ma'am. Reason number 271. I love my me time, and that would literally be non-existent. Imagine right now while I'm doing my makeup and all of a sudden you just hear, "Mommy." No, I'll pass on that one. No, thank you. Also, one thing about me, my man is my man, and I'm not sharing him with anyone, not even a little human, because I'm the only baby here. You can't just walk up into here and replace me. The baby role are already taken. Position, build. Having babies is expensive, and in this economy, sis, I want to spend my money on what I want to spend my money on. Your girl loves to shop. I could always find something new to get. I'm just such a sleepy queen. I need minimum 12 hours of sleep every night. I also just really want to be able to travel the world whenever I want, with my husband, living our best life. I know saying that you don't want to have kids is very unheard of and unspoken of in Arab and brown cultures, and everyone's so sensitive about it. But honestly, we need to normalize it. Like, there's more to marriage than just having children. If you don't want to have a kid, girly pop, don't have a kid. And that's on Happy Wife, Happy Life. Yes!
Would you date a man who does not want to have kids?
Yeah,
Yeah?
why not?
So kids are not important for you?
I don't want to have kids.
You don't want to have kids. Why not?
I have no time.
No time for kids because you do so much business?
I think if you have a kid, you have to give them your whole life. If you are not going to give them your whole life, don't have it.
And you think maybe one day you will regret it?
No, I think one time I will want it, but I have to find the right season of my life and the right person to do it.
So you're open for both, to not have kids and to have...
No, I'm open. I'm open for it, but right now, it makes no sense.
So I'm not familiar with your cousin's friend and their situation on why they changed their mind and ended up having 5 kids, but I know that I've considered my options and kids is just not it. You know, after seeing a lot of friends that have kids, I just think that my lifestyle is going to change if I have kids, and I don't want that. I'm also making plans as I get older to have healthcare and all that taken care of. And it's not that I don't like kids, I just don't want to have my own. Or I just don't like kids. The possibility of regretting not having kids does not scare me at all, but the possibility of having kids and regretting it terrifies me. I never had a calling to be a parent, so why am I going to force it? I don't want to. The idea of pregnancy, no thanks. This topic isn't really up for discussion with you. The decision has been made.
Day in the life of a selfish woman. I'm 32 years old with no desire to get married or have children, and people often ask me if I met the right person, would I change my mind? The answer is no, I won't. Not wanting to be a mother has less to do with finding the right person than it does living a life free from avoidable stress. Although the thought of trying to co-parent with a man where I have to shoulder the majority of the emotional and physical labor sounds like a nightmare. No one is immune to life's challenges, but at 32, I finally feel like I'm at a place where I can do what I want, when I want, without answering to anyone, and it feels fucking awesome. Having a child would completely change that, and for what? Being a mother is really hard, and I don't want to work hard. The idea of hard work has been glamorized by the institutions and people, mainly men, that benefit from a woman's labor the most, so I'll gladly take the easy way out if it means I don't have to stress about raising a child in a broken system that only rewards the smallest subset of the population if they fit neatly into a mold. And even then, what's really the reward? Most people don't have the privilege of self-actualization because they're forced to live paycheck to paycheck, grinding away at unfulfilling jobs for just a few weeks of freedom a year, if they're lucky. If I ever do choose to partner again, that person will share the sentiment that being a selfish woman isn't a flaw. It's a conscious rejection of the societal expectation that women must sacrifice themselves for others to be worthy or valuable, and being selfish is a wonderful thing a woman can be.
If you having kids and you're financially struggling, I'm not saying congratulations, because what am I congratulating? You bringing the kid into a world just to have them living in poverty?
Yeah, man, I'm not having kids.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm just not about that life.
Honestly, man, I don't blame you. People are having kids in this economy.
Exactly. It's such a huge responsibility.
For sure, dude.
I just want to focus on my career.
Good on you for that.
And just bettering my own life.
Right on, man.
Yeah, I actually don't want children.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Well, you're still so young. You'll change your mind.
No, I've thought about it a lot, and I definitely don't want kids.
How could you not want to be a mother?
Well,
you don't know love until you have a child.
I'm just really focused on building my own path right now and figuring out my career goals.
Don't you think that's selfish to have your whole life centered around just you?
It's more than that. Kids are very expensive. They're a massive responsibility. Being a parent is the hardest job in the world.
Becoming a mother was the best thing that ever happen to me. I can't imagine not being a mother.
Okay, and that's totally valid for you, but that's just not the life that I want.
You're going to live a cold, lonely, meaningless life if you don't have children.
If you mean a life of peace where I can sleep through the night and only have to worry about feeding and buying things for myself, then yes, that's the life that I want.
I'll remember this conversation when you have your first child.
Are you listening to a word I'm saying?
Girl, fuck them kids and fuck you too.
I think daycare for our boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Childcare is expensive.
How much is childcare?
Right now, the one that we pay is around $1,000 a kid, so it's $2,000 a month.
Never have kids. People spend 25 to 50K on their kids every year. As a man, you should only take care of yourself. Kids are liabilities. They take money from your pocket instead of putting money back into your pocket. Kids are totally one of the worst investments you can make in your entire life. Having a kid to protect and to provide won't make you happy, and it won't make you work harder.
I'm starting to see a lot of women and men saying, thank God I don't have a baby. I don't want no kids.
Yeah.
Having kids used to be a beautiful thing.
Right.
Now it seems like a lot of people don't want it at all.
It's true.
So I think it has a lot to do with how poor we are as a generation.
Agreed.
And also how free we want to be. And you can't be broken free. They can barely take care of themselves. So they're saying, how the hell can I take care of a kid?